Up, up, up. It's apple picking time. Written by Jody Ficus Shapiro. Illustrated by Kitty Harville. Up, up, up. It's apple picking time. Mama's voice tickles my ear, whispers me awake. On with my shirt, sweater, pants, warm socks, and shoes not tied. Outside, it feels as if we're the only ones awake in the whole world. Dad says, it's a long drive ahead. Amber uses my shoulder for her pillow, but I don't mind. She's keeping me warm while we're driving to the Apple Ranch. 2 picnics later, one for breakfast, one for lunch. We're finally off the highway and onto twisting, bumpy, narrow bridge, 1 car only, apple tree-lined road. There they are, Granny and Grandpa, standing at the gate calling, "Hooray! We're so glad you're finally here. We could hardly wait." Neither could we say. Then everyone is off to the orchard. It's apple picking time. Apple smell is in the air, apple perfume everywhere. There are so many trees, it looks like 1,000,000 apples. Red, green, yellow, and pink. I don't know where to start, I tell Grandpa. He pulls a yellow apple off a tree, puts it up to his nose, and breathes in it, like Mama does with a flower. "Ah, it's a perfect apple aroma," says Grandpa, and we lean in close and smell it too. From his pocket, he takes out his red-handled knife and cuts a slice out of the apple. "Have a taste," he says. The apple is cool and crunchy and sweet. Everyone has a slice, and we all stand together in the afternoon sunshine wishing we could have more. But it's apple picking time. "Begin with the golden delicious, Miles," Grandpa tells me. He points to the tree where we're standing and hands me a small sack made from cloth. I give the littlest tug, and the yellow fruit almost falls into my hand. It's as big as my softball. The sack gets heavy fast. Every time it's full, I empty it into a wooden field box. We climb up ladders and disappear into the trees. I can see Dad's legs. His voice is coming from the middle of the tree filled with red apples. He's singing a made-up song about loving apple dumplings and eating apple pie. The tree next to him has Mama's laugh. That's the only way I can tell she's in it. Amber and Granny are picking up fruit from the ground. Granny says these apples make the best apple cider. The mention of cider makes me want some. It's warm work picking apples. I say that it already smells as if cider's hiding somewhere in the orchard. "That's apple orchard perfume you're smelling, Miles," says Granny. Then she surprises us with cups of cool apple juice. All afternoon we fill those apple sacks with delicious, both red and golden, Macintosh, Pippin, Winter Banana, a funny name for an apple if you ask me, and the last few stray grains and steins. The wagon cart is loaded with boxes filled to the brim. Daylight runs out fast in that canyon, even in summer. Granny's pippin pie makes a fine end to the apple picking day. Early to bed, have to be well rested for apple selling day. Up, 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 it's apple selling time. Grandpa's whiskers scratch my cheek, and the smell of breakfast cooking pulls me out of bed. It's Grandpa's morning oatmeal with sweet applesauce. Then we're out to the fruit stand through the dew-wet grass. Grandpa turns over the carved wooden sign. Cars pull in. Granny, wearing a big straw hat trimmed all around with shiny apples, greets old friends. These other grandkids come to help, she almost sings the words. Apples are tasted, admired, and bought. We carry bags and boxes of apples to cars for people who come and go all morning. Lunch is a picnic in the sunshine, but we can hardly sit still enough to eat. It's apple selling time. And then before he can say Macintosh, Granny Smith, golden, delicious Pippin pie, the sun has flown away, taking the warmth with it. The sign is turned to close. It's time to call it a day. Supper's fresh-baked apple dumplings floating like islands in a sea of milk. Then there's talking about that apple selling day. Grandpa puts on old jazz records with his phonograph and dances around with Amber. Even Mama and Daddy dance. But I like laying on the rug in front of the fireplace, just watching everyone being happy, wishing we didn't have to go home tomorrow. It's hard to say goodbye. Hello hugs are so much nicer. Sacks full of apples surround Amber and I. We're driving home. Their cidery smell helps me remember their happy days of apple picking, apple selling time.
is cold and the air is still, and I'll believe you are saving me, 'cause I drive fast and I drive far, but I can sleep like a baby, dreamless in the back of someone else's car. No matter where we are. So angel, please pick me up softly. Angel, please come for me when I'm in my prime. My hair is long and I believe I've got nothing but time. And the world is mine. 'Cause then I know I'll still love the sun. The reds and golds like a million hearts coming all undone. When the day is gone. So angel, please pick me up slowly. Angel, please pick me up soft. 'Cause angel, I'm tired and my life is so hard. But I'm ready for a little shot of holiness. And I have always been the restless kind, and these holes in my pocket they seem to swallow every dime. But Lord, I know if my fortune ever comes, I will throw it in the air and share it with everyone. I got a friend, he'll come back as a bird. He'll learn to fly while me, I crawl back as something a little more absurd. You mark my word, he'll come for me when the moon is high, song in his beak and love pouring out of his beady little eye. Oh my, oh my. So angel, please put me down softly. Angel, please put me down slow. 'Cause angel, I'm tired and this life is so hard. But I'm ready now. Yeah, I'm ready now. Yeah, I'm ready now to let go. To let go.